Alright, let's dive into the fascinating, ancient land of Ethiopia, country that's been at the crossroads of history, culture, and civilization for thousands of years. Welcome to Map Your Mind, where today we're exploring one of the oldest nations on Earth, where empires rose, kings ruled, and a deep sense of pride and resilience still runs through its people. Before the kingdoms, the dawn of humanity. Before Ethiopia was even called Ethiopia, the region was the cradle of human evolution. The famous fossil discovery of Lucy, one of the oldest hominids ever found, puts Ethiopia in the spotlight as a key piece in the puzzle of human history. But don't get too comfy with just the past. Ethiopia has been shaping the future since long before the modern world was even a glimmer in anyone's eye. The kingdom of Aksum, power and prestige. Fast forward to the first few centuries CE, and you're looking at the kingdom of Aksum, one of the ancient world's most powerful empires. Aksum wasn't just your average kingdom. This empire had it all: wealth, influence, and, most notably, one of the earliest adoptions of Christianity, all the way back in the 4th century. At its height, Aksum dominated trade routes across the Red Sea, connecting Africa, the Middle East, and even India. They were masters of coinage, with their own currency used in trade, and they built remarkable architectural feats, like the famous steely towering stone pillars that still stand as a testament to their engineering genius. The rise of the Ethiopian highlands. As the centuries passed, Ethiopia's history didn't slow down. The Ethiopian highlands became a home to powerful dynasties, each more ambitious than the last. By the medieval era, the Zag dynasty gave birth to some of the most remarkable religious structures on earth, the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela. These churches, carved directly into solid rock, were designed as a sanctuary for the devout and a marvel of medieval engineering. Meanwhile, the Solomonic dynasty, which traced its roots back to the legendary Queen of Sheba, created one of the most enduring monarchies in African history. Ethiopia stood out from the rest of Africa during the colonial era, remaining independent while others fell to European powers. Ethiopia is one of the few countries to have successfully resisted colonization. Resistance and revival. The battle for independence? Now, here's where things get intense. In the late 19th century, European powers were slicing up Africa like it was a cake, but Ethiopia wasn't having it. In 1896, under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II, Ethiopia scored one of the most incredible victories in African history, the Battle of Adwa. Menelik and his forces crushed the Italians, stopping their colonial ambitions in their tracks. That victory wasn't just military, it was a symbolic declaration that Ethiopia was untouchable, a beacon of African pride in the face of European imperialism. A changing century, from empire to modern nation. The 20th century brought new challenges to Ethiopia. In 1935, Italy made another attempt at conquest under Benito Mussolini, and this time, Ethiopia couldn't stop the tide of war. Ethiopia was occupied for several years, but after World War II, the monarchy was restored under Emperor Haile Selassie. Known as the Lion of Judah, Haile Selassie became a symbol of African unity and independence, though his reign ended in 1974 with a revolution. What followed was the establishment of a Marxist government that plunged Ethiopia into civil conflict, with wars that ravaged the country for decades. A new era, moving forward. By the 1990s, Ethiopia's government shifted, and the country began rebuilding. Today, Ethiopia is a country that blends the old with the new, a land of ancient traditions, stunning landscapes, and a people who never gave up. With its history, culture, and resilience, Ethiopia has one of the most unique stories in all of Africa. And as the country continues to grow and evolve, one thing's clear: Ethiopia's journey is far from over. Fun fact, here's a cool tidbit. Ethiopia is the only country in Africa that has never been colonized. Even though it faced invasions, it kept its independence throughout history. The Battle of Adwa? Yeah, it was a game changer. So, the next time you think about Ethiopia, remember it's not just a country with ancient ruins, it's a symbol of resilience and power. It's a nation with a rich history, full of highs, lows, and epic stories of victory and survival. Welcome to Map Your Mind. Travel through the world with your brain.